So much therapy, but so little real help. If this is you, this video is for you. This is something I hear only every day. Susan, I have done so much therapy. I've been to psychologists, I've been to psychiatrists, I've been on medications. Maybe you still are on medication. You have tried everything. You've read all the right books. You have watched all the right motivational videos and other videos, and you've followed the podcasts, and you have downloaded the apps, and you've done the meditation and the visualization, the affirmation, the regurgitation, and no matter what you do, somehow you still keep self-sabotaging, procrastinating, the imposter syndrome is still there, and so is the anxiety, or God forbid, even depression, and who knows what else. And even though you have invested so much of your time, energy, and thousands of money, but you're still stuck with this. How can that be possible? I'm going to tell you how this is possible, and how, when people finally come to me, all of a sudden, all of that shifts and changes. How is that possible? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to explain to you in our short time together. So, big picture, it's not you, and it's not your fault. Yep, let me repeat that. It is not you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You are not weak. You're not, it's not your genetics. Don't even get me started. No, it is not your genetics. It's not the menopause. It's not, let's see, what have I heard before? It's none of those. It's not your credential. It's not your education. It's not your skin color. It's not your gender. It's none of those things that you might think it is. Okay? It's none of those. It's also not your fault. High level, big picture, you have simply been given an approach that is incomplete. That's all. And the video could literally just end here, because literally I just gave you everything you need to know. So, but if you want to go deeper and further with this subject, after having this done for years now, helping people to go from good to great to unstoppable, it's literally like I teach people how to fly again. Yes, again. That implies you already know how to fly. You're damn good at it. Except at one point, your wings somehow got clipped, something happened along the way. And yet, that still implies you are able to fly. So, very basically explained, okay? A lot of people try to fix this problem that they have. And when I say problem, I'm literally talking whether it's a fear, whether it's a phobia, whether it's, again, imposter syndrome, procrastination, self-sabotage, and addiction. Yes, you heard that right. Even an addiction, okay? An unwanted habit. A behavior that you might not like, an obsession, a compulsion, anything like that. So many people try to fix this with logic, coming up with the right plan, coming up with the right list, putting, being organized, putting it into their calendar, following the right diet, doing the right workout. Or they tell themselves, I should be better, I should be further, I should have figured this out. Sounds really good and reasonable, except it doesn't work. It's a very, very, very incomplete process, and that's why it hasn't worked. Because it's not the logic that's the problem. It's the biologic that's the problem. And the biologic, by the way, is out of your conscious awareness. So I'm going to explain this to you. Like I said, a lot of people try to fix this with logic, which is a good start and an important start, because it's your conscious mind. The conscious mind is 5% of your power. The conscious mind is responsible for logic, for a little bit of willpower. Oh yeah, and it's also not, that should have gone in the first category. It's not lack of willpower. It's not lack of self-discipline. And it's not lack of motivation, okay? Please, you have all of that, and you have enough of that. You have enough self-discipline. You have enough self-motivation and all the other things, yes? So back to the conscious mind. The conscious mind is responsible for logic, willpower, decision-making, what's right, what's wrong for me, yeah? And that's about it. That's where the conscious mind ends. And this is why You tell yourself, I should be doing this because this is what's good for me. Great. Conscious mind is done. We're finished here. That's like the boss, okay? But here's what happens. The boss gives the orders. And this is where it gets interesting, because it's the subconscious, which is 95% of you. That's like the mouse and the elephant competing with each other. Good luck there, yeah? The subconscious is the goal getter. The subconscious is responsible and in control of your actions, of your beliefs, of your behaviors, of your emotions, of your imagination, of your intuition, of your instinct, and so much more. So if there are some bugs in your unconscious, subconscious, for me they're one and the same for the sake of this example, subconscious simply means out of your conscious awareness. And what that means is, if you do not know that there might be a bug in your subconscious that is preventing you from achieving exactly what you want, from getting what you want, because there might be a little sneaky survival program in there that might be teasing and taunting you, unbeknownst to you, hey, if you do that, people might talk crap about you. Hey, if you do this, you're gonna fail. Hey, if you do that other thing, it's gonna be too hard. Hey, if you do this thing over there, you're gonna lose all your money. Literally, that's a survival program that is running the show. And that is what keeps people in imposter syndrome. If you don't know what imposter syndrome is, please look it up. But it's kind of this idea that I don't feel like I deserve it, or I feel like I know logically I'm qualified and I have all the information, but there's something holding you back that might cause you to feel shy or not ready, or that it's going to be too hard, or what are people going to say? So again, if there is a program, a belief, an emotion, a behavior, but I really call it a subconscious program in your subconscious, that might be preventing you, that is secretly, silently sabotaging you, then that is the program that is running the show. And that is what's holding you back. And really, I explain to my clients, the shoulders that I stand on is this one very famous quote by Carl Jung. And this is so spot on accurate. And this is all you need to know. This is what he said. Until you make conscious what's in your subconscious, it will control your life. But you might call it fate, bad luck, genetics, it's my past, it's my trauma, it's my this, it's my that. No. That surely contributed. Of course, you're a human being. You've had a past. You probably have had, not probably, you have had trauma. You have had many things that did impact you. But until you make conscious what that is, it will continue to run your life, and for a lot of people, ruin your life. And until you identify that, there's not a lot that's going to happen here. And this is why so many people feel like they're living their life 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And this is on rinse, repeat. This is why what we do here is different, because I work with the person's subconscious. What I do immediately, as soon as I meet that person, I want to understand what is the program that is holding this person back. Period. End of story. And once we find the program, now we can actually get to work. And now you're actually going to start to find life going a little different. Those things that used to be hard or impossible or unachievable or procrastinatable, all of a sudden you're like, wow, Susan, in the past I used to procrastinate. Now it's like, I can't wait to do it. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Because the change, that you experience after something like this, after an intervention like this, is supposed to be natural and organic, as if you're now moved toward it, instead of somebody having to push you. Nobody likes to be pushed. Nobody likes to be told what to do. On that note, I also want to clarify, it's not me who has the answers. I am not this genius who, I'll tell you what to do and how to do it. No. Because if that's what we do here, you're not going to do it. You might do it because you're like, I paid a lot of money, so I should. And it may work temporarily. And this is why. So many people who do therapy and coaching, oh, my coach wants me to, and they're pushing me, and I need somebody. I hear this all the time. Susan, I need to hire you to kick my butt. No, you don't. And if that's why you're going to hire me, it's not going to work. My job isn't to kick your butt. My job is to help you understand what is holding you back, those blind spots. What is causing you in this super phenomenal, incredibly expensive, exquisite vehicle? What is causing you to keep your foot on the gas and on the brake? That's my job. And once you understand that, that's when everything starts to change. And that's why this works. And that's why this is a complete process. Because yes, the idea starts in the conscious. The goal starts in the conscious. Your desire, your wish. Yes, we got to have that conversation. But we finish with the subconscious. We got to get the subconscious involved in this party. Otherwise, this is only going to be a very minimal effort and very incomplete intervention, and it's not going to work for you. And when the conscious and the subconscious start to work together, that's when you start to experience exponentially, not just a little bit, exponentially, so much more success, happiness, wealth, joy, whatever it is that you are looking for. And no, that's not hoping, wishing, praying. That is a guarantee. That is a promise and a guarantee. It cannot not happen. And since we're talking about hypnotherapy, not just any hypnotherapy, Susan Urban hypnotherapy, because I have my own system, I have my own way of working, so I'm not going to stand here and take responsibility for hypnotherapy, okay? Because there's a lot of very interesting stuff out there. I will be honest with you. I can only speak for me, for my process, and that's where it ends. And the last decade plus that I have been doing this, and again and again and again, experience some phenomenal mind-blowing, no pun intended, but mind-blowing results. So I can only speak for my own results, and happy to. Because I use many other tools besides just hypnosis and hypnotherapy. But the point is, when you begin to understand yourself, when you begin to see what really has been driving the bus, and you get to see that no wonder you weren't able to control this, no wonder you weren't able to fix this, because you can't fix what you don't understand. Subconscious simply means, as of now, it's out of your conscious awareness. What we do, we make it conscious so that you can finally take control. It's as simple as that. And this is why, in my opinion, in my experience, I have found that a lot of this traditional, conventional therapy and coaching doesn't work, or at least it doesn't work long term. Because what we do here, ultimately, the goal is for you to automatically, naturally be pulled toward your goal, where you no longer need force or pressure or stress or somebody kicking you or somebody pushing you. No adult, or at least not the people that I deal with, like to be told what to do. Regardless how affluent, fluent, how incredible their mentor coach is, how, what their rank is, it just, from a human psychology perspective, it doesn't work for the long term. But when the answer comes from inside of you, when that fire lights inside of you, when that jet fuel kicks in, that's when you become unstoppable. And that's what I want for you. And that process, that moment, is just the most incredible experience you can ever have in your lifetime. So I hope this helped you. This video also, please, is not meant to bash therapy or coaching. Look, it's none of my business. The reason I wanted to share this is because on a daily basis, what I hear from my clients, almost like when they first meet me, they feel so defeated. They feel so deflated. They're like, Susan, I've done everything. I've tried therapy for decades. I have been to the best. I've paid $500 an hour. I've paid I have clients who fill out hundreds of thousands of dollars on healing modalities and, fix my chakras and meditating and driving to India or flying, whatever was the faster way, right? Only to find out it didn't work. So the point of this video isn't to say therapy doesn't work. Again, I'm not here to say what works or what doesn't. I'm here to tell you these are the stories that I hear. And if therapy works for you, that's great. Then keep working it. Coaching works for you, love you. That's great. Please, I'm not here for those people. Please, if you notice that something works, work it. Obviously. This is for the person who just, again, also feels defeated, feels empty. Again, today somebody reached out, Susan, I feel stuck, I feel frozen. And the lingo, oh, you should have seen the lingo in that form, the consultation form. All the right lingo. She knows exactly what is holding her back and why, and her childhood and trauma. Yeah, and having that information isn't enough. Clearly she had done a lot of work. Clearly. It was obvious. Even the what do you call it? The jargon was absolutely on point. But so what? What good does that do us? So I explained to her exactly what I explained to you here. I said, look, not your fault. You just have not been given a process that actually works truly and fully with human psychology, with human behavior. And this is what people need, if you ask me. This is what actually works, if you ask me. So if you too are frustrated, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, oh, by the way, just like my client Peter and I just recently shared a video, and he was like, please, we got to do this video. I want people to know. I want people to know what's possible, what's out there. And I'm going to post the video below here. This is not, okay? Close your eyes and I'm going to say some magical words and somehow magically you're going to open your eyes and everything's going to be fine. No, this is some hard work. This is some honest, uncomfortable, emotional, hard work. There is going to be temporary discomfort. And the point is to move through that when you meet your shadow, when you meet the ego, when you meet that darkness, to move through that. Because on the other side of that is that reward. So if you can accept and go through temporary suck, to know that on the other side is going to be glory, then this is going to work for you. And of course, if you want more, you know where to find me. I'll see you next time.